Hello and welcome to the virtual orientation for the 2025 Fall Colors Run. We got a lot of content to get to, so let's hop to it. I'll break this video into 3 sections, so let's talk about it very chronologically. Pre-race, then the run itself, and then post-race. So let's start with pre-race. My number one suggestion, if I can, is to pick up your bib the day before the race. So the race is on Thanksgiving Sunday. But the day before the race, if you want to come meet us at the Cumberland Museum, which is where the race is going to be held, we'll be there from noon to 3 p.m. So you got a 3-hour window. Come by, pick up your bib, ask your questions, see the course and whatnot, see the setup. It gives you a chance to ask all your questions, get familiarized, and it's one less thing to do on race day instead of waiting in the queue to get your bib. Highly recommend it. Cumberland's a great place as well. You can go by the Black Walnut Bakery, stop in for dinner somewhere. And if you want to as well, the course will be set up on Friday and Saturday. So Friday afternoon and all day Saturday, we'll have the cones set up on the course. So if you want to come pick up your bib from noon to 3 and then drive the course or ride your bike or run part of the course, you're welcome to go see every little twist and turn. We also have the Strava files posted on our website and the maps are online too. But that's a suggestion there if you want to come and familiarize yourself with the course. So then for race day itself, you're going to come on site. We suggest getting on site an hour beforehand. I know an hour sounds like a lot, but you have to get parking, and the parking lot's always busy. There's plenty of room for everybody, but we do recommend carpooling. Once you're on site, then you gotta go get your bib if you haven't already. You'll have to go get yourself warmed up, use the washroom, get to the start line. All those things individually aren't that bad, but they add up to quite a lot of time. So we always suggest that plan to get there an hour before the start of your race. So there you go. If you haven't signed up already at this point, we will have registration available the day before the race. So on Saturday from noon to 3 p.m. at Cumberland, we will not have registration on race day itself. Saturday is likely to be available, but it's subject to availability. If we sell out early, we'll post it on our website, but the best way to guarantee a spot is to sign up early at somersault.ca. So please, don't forget that. There's nothing worse than getting all excited and showing up the last minute to race to find out that we have no more timing chips and whatnot. So do yourself a favor, and if you plan to race and if you want to come participate, sign up online ahead of time. So for the run itself, I'll use my cursor a little bit here, but the event happens at the Cumberland Museum. So Cumberland Heritage Museum, the website has the address and whatnot and directions. It's pretty straightforward, but just east of Dunning Road on Old Montreal. Can't miss it there. Parking is right on site. It's literally attached to the museum. You can't go wrong, and it's free. So you'll get to the museum. You can, if you're coming from Montreal, you'll get off here. If you're coming from Ottawa, you'll get off at Cameron and take Old Montreal Road right to the museum. We'll kind of usher you into the parking lots. You'll park. You'll go get started and whatnot. So a couple of reminders. They're kind of miscellaneous and not necessarily in a particular order. But one, smile for the cameras. We'll have finisher pics on site taking race day photos. So after the race, give us a day or two to catalog all the photos and tag them all properly. But you can download your photos for free thanks to our photo sponsors. Come watch other races. So most people are doing the half marathon, 5K, 10K, kind of one of the bigger races, or one of the longer races, I should say. But if you want to get there early, at 8:30 in the morning, we do a kids 1K turkey trot. It's adorable. Everyone's welcome to come participate. So for example, if you've got a 5-year-old who wants to race, they can you can sign them up to race and they get a medal and they get a bib and whatnot. But running or walking or strolling or carrying that child is free to do. So if you've got a 5-year-old that's all signed up, having the parents there and the grandparents and the aunts and the uncles, totally fair game. You can run alongside them if you can keep up and join them across that 1 kilometer run. If not, just come spectate. It's fun to see all the families out, fun to see all the festivities at the museum, and the museum itself is also quite a good draw. There's plenty to do at the museum, lots to walk around and see while you're waiting for your race to start or while your athlete is racing. Spectators often enjoy sticking around until they finish, just getting some time to enjoy the museum. So 8 station locations. You start at the museum, and there's a water station at the museum for those doing the marathon second loop. We have one right over here, one right over here, and one at the far end over here. So there's 3 water stations, but you pass them on the way out and on the way back. So for example, for the half marathon, you'll go all the way out to the very end of the course. You'll turn around here, and you'll pass the same 3 water stations. So that's 6 water stations for the half marathon. The 10K has 2 water stations that you pass twice, so that's 4 water stations for the 10K. The 5K, you have one water station that you pass twice. So there you go. And then for the marathoners, you get a bonus water station at the start of your second loop, of the marathon. So for the marathoners, you're going to get 7 water stations. Oh, sorry. Oh gosh, not even more than that. You're going to get 13 water stations. Sorry for the poor mental math. The last 2 things that I always recommend, more just for safety, is to remember that the road is open to traffic. So we stay on the same side of the road, the right-hand side on the way out, which is the left-hand side on the way back. So all these roads are one lane on each side. So there's no 2-lane highways here. It's kind of, one lane going out, one lane going back. But we're always going to run on the same side. So you run on the same side of the road when you go out as when you go back. So make sure you stay to the side of the road, leave lots of room for cars. Even though it's a very, very low traffic area, it's not a no traffic area. So please don't have your headphones in when you're running so you can hear the world around you. One is quite fun. It's a beautiful area, but you also hear your competitors. You can talk to people. You can take in the nature around you. I think it's worth not missing out. We are going to have police officers at key points, right at the museum, right around here at Kinsella, right here at Dunning and whatnot. But please be aware that you are on open roads. Secondly, I've said it already, but please make sure you know the route. So we've got the maps posted online. We have a Strava file for each race. So not to say that there's no excuse, but please make sure you know the route. We do our best to put cones all over the place and signage, and we have police officers, and we have motorcycles guiding you. We have bicycles also patrolling the course to keep everybody in line and in the right area and whatnot. But we really want to make sure that you take a moment to familiarize yourself with the course, whether that's looking it up ahead of time with our Strava files and our maps, or whether you drive down on Friday or Saturday or super early on Sunday to drive the course or to bike the course. Please make sure you're familiar with where you're going. And the last little point that I have here is the marathon loop. So I'll use my cursor again. For the marathon, you go out and you go back, then you go out, and then on the way back, there's this extra little bit right here, just this little 150 meter or so extra little bit you have to do. So we'll have someone stationed there in the morning telling you not to do that section, but when you do your second lap, then you have to do this extra little bit, and a volunteer will tell you where to go. The nice thing for you as the marathoners, or for you marathoners, pardon me, is that by the time you're doing your second loop, you're the only ones left on the course, and all the bibs are color coordinated so our staff will know who's who. But please make sure you're aware about this second loop turnaround only, so right over here. If that's confusing to you, let me know and I can answer any questions ahead of time, or take a look at our Strava file where you can follow the cursor and see exactly where it goes and how it all works. And once you've done all that, that's it. You're done. You're a 2025 Fall Color Run finisher. It's time for the post-race. So a couple of things, again, not in any particular order. We'll have some Libra non-alcoholic beer at the finish line, so be sure to come check them out. They're a great Canadian brand from PEI. They're available at Costco and other retailers, so a very easy beer to get your hands on. We think it's delicious. I hope you guys enjoy it too. We'll do a little award ceremony for kind of the top 3 in each age group and the top 3 overall for each race, but the podium itself is available kind of 24/7 or for as long as the event is going on. So if you want to hop on the podium at any point, we have these little prop trophies and some signs and whatnot. Feel free to get your social media photo, get the photos that you want with you and your family or your spectators or whatever it is. Don't be shy to hop on whenever it's not in use. We're also going to have a food and coffee truck on site, so for anyone that wants to get something warm to eat or drink after the race, head on over there. Spectators can also use that while they're waiting for their athlete to finish. And photos will be live at photos.somersault.ca well within 72 hours. I think they say it's a 72-hour turnaround, but they're always quite good at, what's that saying? Under promise, over delivering. I think the last couple races has all been within 40 hours, which is amazing. That the fact that they can tag 30,000 plus photos in just over a day and a half. So check out photos.somersault.ca once the race is done. But your results will be instant at sportstats.ca. So check those out online as soon as you cross the finish line. And that's it. If you have any questions, email me before the race. It's adam@somersault.ca. I look forward to seeing you all, hopefully at bib pickup the day before the race. If not, I will see you all at the start line. Thanks so much.